Hey, this is Dan from lettersfromdan.com, and today we are talking about housekeepers. Believe it or not, housekeepers. How did this question come about, and why is it important to you? Well, some time ago, I heard Carrie Wilkerson speak about the concept of shareholders. If you own a home business, you're a blogger, or you're running your business from your home, then just like a corporation, you have shareholders. And in the case of a home business, many times those shareholders are your family. They are the ones who are investing the time, sacrificing, so that you have the necessary means to build your business. So, the reason that the housekeeper argument came up was because I suggested that as you grow in your business, one of the first things that you need to do is repay your shareholders. And an easy way to do that is to figure out how much it costs for a housekeeper to come into your house and take care of things. For you to set that as one of your goals in your business. And to strive for that, and when you reach it, is to actually hire the housekeeper to come do things for you. Now, this particular topic really touched a nerve. It really struck people to the core of what they believe, to the heart of what they do. It's much more than a housekeeper for most people. It's much more than just outsourcing. It's almost identity. The idea that, the problem is that a housekeeper is often identified with as a correction, as if I couldn't get all of my stuff done, and so I hired a housekeeper to help me. But a housekeeper isn't a correction. It's really just a more efficient use of resources. Because as a parent, as a business owner, you really only have two functions in life. That first function is creating a family, creating love, creating joy, creating an atmosphere of learning and community. And your second role is to provide a house, apartment, food, shelter, a provider. Now, anything else really just distracts from those two. Something like doing dishes and doing laundry, it's neither providing nor creating family. It's maintenance. It's maintaining. It's upkeep. These are the kinds of things that we should be able to outsource. I'm sure you know many people that have some guy that comes and mows their lawn. It's maintenance. But for the guy that mows the lawn, that's work. For you and I, mowing our own lawn isn't work at all. Because in the truest sense of the word work equals money. Work is something you should get rewarded for. Maintenance is not either of those two things. Maintenance is neither work nor rewarding. Now you can feel like you've been rewarded by accomplishing the goal, by crossing it off your list, but really it's just maintenance. Now some people have the argument that chores, that doing the laundry and washing the dishes, these are all things that they use to teach their children chores. These are all ways to teach work ethic, to make their children learn that you have to work as part of the family to be part of the family. But I would argue that that is not the case at all. That in fact, it's almost the wrong lesson. I'm not sure if you've read, I believe it's Malcolm Gladwell's book called Outliers. Sorry if it wasn't written by Malcolm Gladwell. But he makes the case that it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. He uses the Beatles, and he uses Steve Jobs and hockey players to prove his point that 10,000 hours is the point at which you have become an expert. If we are raising our children, teaching them that chores is the key to work ethic, is the key to learning to be part of a family. And if we give them 10,000 hours of work, what have we taught them when they leave? Have we taught them that their hands are more important than their brains? Have we taught them to stop thinking and start doing? Because as far as I can tell, if I can do a job and make $40 and pay somebody $30 to do my laundry, it makes a whole lot more sense for me to teach my kids to look for opportunities where they can not only accomplish the task, but also benefit by doing it. The argument of the housekeeper is one of efficiency. It is the exact same reason we don't grow bananas in the United States. It would make no sense to spend all that money on greenhouses, as big as you could be, with humidity controls to create the perfect environment for banana trees, just because it seems our duty that we should provide bananas for our citizens, because it is a complete waste of resources. Bananas need to be grown in Ecuador, near the equator, where the sun produces an efficient stream of heat to make it very easy to grow bananas. We should outsource that as a country, and we should never complain that all the banana jobs have gone to Ecuador, or Brazil, or Chile, because that's where they need to be. Maintenance is maintenance. If we can teach our children the value of getting a job done and see, can you do work and get rewarded for that work, and then use a part of that money to pay for maintenance, then we will be using our time efficiently. Now, a housekeeper is doing the dishes and the laundry for a reward. For a housekeeper, using your skills to do those things reaps great benefits. In fact, I would not be surprised if there are housekeepers that have housekeepers, because they know they can get paid more than perhaps some of the younger people in their company that work for less. Why should they spend their time doing that when they can not do it and reap financially? Now, I know part of the hard part of getting a housekeeper is the idea that your friends will not understand, because they come over and they appreciate that there are dishes in the sink or there's laundry that's not done yet. And your friends are genuine. They realize that we can't get it all done, and that it's okay to just leave it there. Those are the kinds of friends we want, that won't judge, that will be happy to see that not only have you not completed it, but you've spent time with family and you're spending now time with friends. Those are the great kind of friends that you want to have, the ones that appreciate where you are. But getting a housekeeper shouldn't change that. Friends shouldn't look down upon you for getting a housekeeper because now you're too wealthy or you're uppity. You should be able to explain to them that by working on your home business, you're able to make more money per hour than it costs to hire a housekeeper. And thus, if you bring someone in to do the laundry and the vacuuming and the dishes for $30 an hour, but instead you work on your blog for $50 an hour, that's $20. The difference. It's $20 to go towards fun things like vacations and movies, and activities with your kids, buying alum to make crystals for your science experiment, all those kinds of things. That's really what we should be teaching them. Our kids should graduate with 10,000 hours of experience, learning what is a good use of time and what isn't, learning to find opportunities to make money so they can pay for things that aren't reaping them benefits. Now, in the end, the whole housekeeper concept is really just a metaphor for things that are keeping you from what you enjoy. Because if you really enjoy doing laundry, then don't outsource it. If that is something you really enjoy, and given the opportunity of going to Disneyland or doing the laundry, you would pick laundry. then you should probably stick with it. But given that choice, if you would pick Disney, then maybe you should outsource the laundry. And be proud to do so, because the time spent there with your family is much better time spent than folding underwear and stuffing socks together in little balls. Anyway, this is my case for the housekeeper. I hope you invite Molly maids into your home. Hope you have them give you a quote to what it would take to clean your house. Give you 3 quotes. 1 hour a week, 10 hours a week, 40 hours a week. Whatever you need. Set yourself economic goals so that you can pay your shareholders back. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a week. That can powerfully change a child. You're not a better mom or dad for doing the dishes. So find someone else to do it so you can do all the things that make you a better dad or mom or aunt or grandparent. The case for a housekeeper. This is Dan Morris from lettersfromdan.com. I hope you set your goals and free yourself from the tyranny of dishes.